Imagine standing in front of the mirror one morning, tilting your face toward the light, and noticing something you hadn't seen before. The skin around your eyes seems thinner. The glow you used to take for granted has dimmed, like a bulb slowly losing its power. You touch your cheek, and it feels a little less firm than it did last year. If you are over 60, this moment is familiar. It arrives quietly, without an announcement. And for many people, that moment brings a quiet kind of fear. Not the fear of danger, but the deeper fear of becoming invisible, of watching your own face change into something you don't recognize. Let me tell you right now, that fear is real, and it has a reason. But it also has an answer. And the answer is not in a jar of cream that costs your monthly grocery bill. The answer is on your plate. Let's walk through this together. Your skin is the largest organ of your body. It is also the most visible sign of how well you are aging on the inside. For decades, the beauty industry has sold you the idea that glowing skin comes from what you put on it. Serums, lotions, masks, lasers. And some of those things help, a little. But the truth, the hard data that comes from decades of nutritional science, says something very different. Your skin ages because of three main enemies. The first is inflammation, a slow, silent fire burning beneath the surface. The second is oxidative stress, which is just a fancy way of saying that your cells are rusting from the inside, like a bicycle left out in the rain. The third is the loss of collagen and elastin, the scaffolding that keeps your skin tight and bouncy. Every wrinkle, every sag, every brown spot is a story of these three forces at work. Now here is where the fear comes in, and I do not want to scare you without purpose. I want to wake you up. Because most people over 60 are eating foods every single day that pour gasoline on that fire. Refined sugar, white bread, processed snacks, vegetable oils heated over and over. Every time you eat a sugary donut or a bag of chips, you trigger something called advanced glycation end products. Scientists call them AGEs for short. That abbreviation is not a coincidence. These molecules literally age your skin by making collagen stiff and brittle. Think of your skin as a mattress. Healthy collagen is like a new spring, soft and resilient. But ages turn those springs into rusty wire. They snap. They lose their shape. And that shows up on your face as deep wrinkles and sagging jowls. A study from the Journal of Clinical Dermatology followed two groups of older adults for 5 years. The group that ate a diet high in processed sugars and refined grains had twice the visible skin aging as the group that ate whole, unprocessed foods. Twice. That is not opinion. That is data. But I promised you trust and hope, not just fear. So let me give you the hope right now. Your skin is remarkably forgiving. It is constantly rebuilding itself, even at 80, even at 90. The cells in your outer layer turn over every 28 to 40 days. That means the skin you have today is not the same skin you will have next month. And what you eat between now and then will determine whether the new skin is strong, glowing, and resilient, or weak, dry, and lined. You have the power to change the trajectory of your aging skin starting with your next meal. Let me tell you a story. In the early 2000s, a researcher named Dr. Lauren Cordain wrote a book called The Dietary Cure for Acne. In it, he documented how indigenous populations who ate no processed foods had almost no acne, but also remarkably little skin aging compared to Westerners of the same age. He wrote about the Cuna people of Panama, who drank cacao daily. Their skin stayed thick and well hydrated into their 70s. Then he followed the same people after they moved to the city and started eating sugar, white rice, and canned goods. Within a few years, their skin began to thin and wrinkle just like everyone else's. The difference was not genetics. The difference was food. Another powerful book, The Blue Zones by Dan Buettner, describes the places on Earth where people live the longest, healthiest lives. In Okinawa, Japan, women in their 60s and 70s often have smooth, glowing skin that shocks Western visitors. What do they eat? Sweet potatoes, green leafy vegetables, turmeric, and small amounts of fish. Almost no sugar. Almost no processed oil. Their skin ages differently because their fork chooses differently. So let me give you the specific foods, the best of the best, for fighting the aging process and earning back that glow. And I will tell you exactly why each one works, in simple language that you can remember and use today. Number 1, fatty fish, like salmon, mackerel, sardines. These are not just good for your heart. They are the single most powerful skin food on the planet. Why? Because your skin cell membranes are made of fat. Specifically, they need omega-3 fatty acids to stay flexible and strong. When you do not eat enough omega-3s, your cell membranes become stiff. Water leaks out. Your skin looks dry and crepey. But when you eat fatty fish 2 or 3 times a week, you deliver a compound called EPA and DHA directly to those membranes. They become supple. They hold moisture. And here is the kicker, omega-3s also lower inflammation throughout your body. Remember that silent fire I mentioned? Omega-3s are the fire department. A study from the University of California found that older adults who ate fatty fish regularly had significantly higher skin elasticity and fewer fine lines than those who did not. If you do not eat fish, look for algae-based omega-3 supplements. But real fish is best. Wild salmon, if you can afford it. Canned sardines are cheap, shelf-stable, and packed with the same benefits. Number 2. Leafy greens, spinach, kale, Swiss chard, collard greens. These are not just for salad lovers. They are for anyone who wants to fight the rusting of their cells. The green color comes from a molecule called chlorophyll, but the real magic is in the carotenoids, especially lutein and zeaxanthin. You have probably heard of these for your eyes. They protect your retina from light damage. But they also accumulate in your skin. Yes, your skin stores these plant pigments. And when you eat them regularly, they act like a natural sunscreen from the inside out. They absorb ultraviolet radiation and neutralize the free radicals that sunlight creates. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition measured the skin of older adults who ate high amounts of leafy greens. Their skin had more density, more hydration, and fewer wrinkles than the control group. And here is something beautiful, because carotenoids give skin a slightly yellowish tone, your complexion actually looks warmer and more radiant. That glow people pay hundreds of dollars for it comes from spinach. One handful of cooked kale or a big bowl of spinach salad every day can change your face in as little as 6 weeks. Number 3. Berries, especially wild blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, and strawberries. These are nature's most concentrated source of a family of antioxidants called anthocyanins. Think of anthocyanins as little repair crews. When oxidative stress damages your skin cells, these molecules rush in, donate electrons, and stabilize the damage before it turns into a wrinkle. But here is what most people do not know. The real power of berries is in how they protect your collagen. Your body has enzymes called matrix metalloproteinases, or MMPs. Those enzymes break down collagen when they are overactive. Sun exposure and sugar turn them on like a switch. Anthocyanins turn them off. So eating a cup of mixed berries every morning is like putting a shield around your collagen. In a clinical trial from South Korea, women aged 50 to 70 who ate freeze-dried berry powder for 8 weeks had a measurable increase in skin firmness and a decrease in transepidermal water loss, which is science speak for dry, leaky skin. Frozen berries work just as well as fresh. Keep a bag in your freezer and throw a handful into oatmeal, yogurt, or even a glass of water. Number 4. Nuts and seeds, specifically walnuts, flax seeds, and chia seeds. These are the unsung heroes of skin aging. Walnuts are unique because they contain a perfect balance of omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, plus a hefty dose of copper. Copper is a trace mineral that your body absolutely needs to build new collagen. Without copper, the enzymes that cross-link collagen fibers cannot work. Your skin becomes loose and fragile. A handful of walnuts a day, about a quarter cup, gives you that copper along with skin protective vitamin A. Flax seeds and chia seeds are rich in lignans, which are plant compounds that balance estrogen. For women over 60, the drop in estrogen after menopause accelerates skin thinning and dryness. Lignans help stabilize that process. Grind your flax seeds before eating them, or buy them pre-ground, because whole seeds can pass right through you. Sprinkle ground flax on soup, cereal, or blend it into a smoothie. Your skin will thank you by holding onto moisture like a sponge. Number 5, bell peppers, all colors, but especially red and yellow. These are the stealth fighters of vitamin C. Everyone knows oranges have vitamin C, and oranges are good. But a single red bell pepper has almost 3 times the vitamin C of an orange. And vitamin C is absolutely essential for collagen production.